Hey everybody, today in the Rusted Nuts and Ratchets garage we're going to be doing a little reworking on my pillars. So right now I have the passenger side pillar off. This runs up alongside your windshield. I noticed that maybe my car was in a rollover because it's got a couple bends. I've kind of worked on it a little. I think I'm gonna sand it down, and I'm either gonna cover it with faux suede. And if I don't like that, I'll probably fiberglass resin and rubberized rockerguard this piece as well. But I think I'm going to go with the suede first just for, I don't know, maybe I'll like it, who knows. And I got a little crack here to fix. I might do that with a little 2-part epoxy. But that's pretty well it. As you can see, the back is metal, and that's why it would have bent in a rollover. Yeah, that's pretty well it, so let's get to it. So one of the first things you're going to want to do with this here piece is clean it up. So for that I would suggest some sort of a mineral spirits like a TSP, or even rubbing alcohol or soap and water. So you're going to wash this down. You're going to put just going to rough it up a little bit. I'm going to stretch because I've got a bin. I've got a bin with some foams and some faux suede that I have left over. I believe they also make leather wraps for these as well. So it could go something like that, and that wouldn't be that bad. The only thing is with the suede, you gotta have the grain going the right way so it's all smooth and nice looking. So you'd use a spray adhesive after cleaning up this piece. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I think this might be the route, but then cleaning it's gonna be kind of a bitch. So anyway, I'll get to it. When I figure something out, I'll turn you back on, and we'll figure it out. Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little 80 grit sandpaper. And right here's a little bit of a wow in there. So I'm just going to take the top coat off. It kind of hurts me to do this, but I think in the end it should be worth it. And there are companies out there that make products for this. So just doing this alone will help any spray adhesive adhere the faux suede to this. But like I said, I still don't know exactly what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to take this top coat off and figure it out, like I said a few minutes ago, and turn it all back on again. With this, I don't have any game plan yet. I'm just kind of going to wing it. Alright. I've got the pillar kind of scuffed off a little. I'm considering doing a little fiberglass resin on it. One thing I'm concerned about is that it's foam under here, and the fiberglass resin might eat through the foam. So I'm going to go and put a test spot of fiberglass resin in a place that I won't see after this. But right now I'm just going to let the epoxy that I used to fix a couple of the cracks do its thing and harden. Then I'll sand that out. I think epoxy would be the right thing for this. Body filler I don't think would actually adhere to this surface. So then I'm thinking I'm going to fiberglass resin this. I'll probably not shave these out. I was thinking about shaving them out and making it smooth. But I think I'm going to leave the holy shit handles on. So I'll coat this in fiberglass resin most likely. Then sand the resin. Fix the low spots. Get it fairly smooth. And then I'll probably do what I did to my door cards. I don't have a can nearby, but I'll probably paint it in either a beige or a black rubber rock guard. And then if I do the beige, I might hit it with a metallic black or the same blue as the outside of my Supra. So I guess turn you back on when I'm further down the line. So I mixed up a little fiberglass resin here. Come on, it's not going to focus, of course not. I'll try that. Anyway, let's see if that'll work. Mixed up a little fiberglass resin. Just put it on some not so visible parts of this, because I think I'm gonna do what I did with everything else and do a good job, hopefully, smoothing out all of the imperfections in these pillars. So this is just the one I'm just gonna start with first, one at a time. Okay, so I've got my resin all mixed up using Bondo brand. Nothing special, not like they're giving me anything for it, just that's what I got. So I'm gonna just put a light coat on. God, I hope this doesn't do anything bad. I did a test spot on the bottom where you can't see it. The pillar is coated in fiberglass resin. It's been curing in front of my wood stove all day to cut the moisture in the shop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by hitting it with a little 80 grit sandpaper to get it smooth. Then I'll do body work on it, mix up some Bondo and fill in the low spots. Then I might do another coat of fiberglass resin depending on how I feel about the turnout. Then I will cover it in the rubber rock guard. One thing to note when doing body filler or body applications or painting or anything is you want to clean your hands with a dish detergent like Sunlight or some sort of Dawn or whatever has like a degreaser in it. That it'll help you when it comes time for painting, for the paint to adhere to the surface. So like I said, I'm just going to take off the shine of the fiberglass. So the work's been done on this pillar. I've gone and did my body filler, sanded. If I were gonna do a high gloss finish on this, I would want to take it down to about 400 grit sandpaper from as coarse as 80, and I think I got 80, 180, then 220, then 400 is usually what I do, and I don't really have any sand scratches or don't have them at all. So I'm gonna clean this part up and put some primer on it, and then after work tonight I'm going to put my rock guard on there, and that should give it a nice texture. Then I think I'm going to paint this one with paint over the rock guard. I may have skipped a few steps with the pillar refinishing, but here we are. I've got it body worked in. I do have a couple photos. If I didn't do anything on camera, I will show you the photos. So I've got a body worked in, and I sprayed it with a little primer, gray, wet, dry, sandable, whatever. And because I'm going to use the texturized paint, I don't have to worry about making it incredibly smooth. And everything is smooth to the touch. I think your hand is probably the best thing to feel if there's any low spots that you might need to mix some body filler to fill in. And then I'm going to use this here tack cloth, wipe off the excess paint or the excess dust, hang it up, and hit it with my spray. But I think I'm going to rework the other one first so that I can do both at the same time, because I think they're going to turn out to be pretty good. So that's pretty well where we're at. And I'll turn you back on after.